Bittersweet is the third episode of the 12th season of CSI, and I think it might be the only TV show or film to feature chocolate where I've not then wanted chocolate. There won't be any spoilers for whodunit, as it were, but I will discuss the various aspects of the crime without giving away what actually happened. And this one, out of the three episodes, I've only seen three crime scene investigation episodes because I love Ted Danson. I'm starting from season 12. And out of the three, I'd say this was the least suspenseful, but probably the most unique in terms of the various aspects of the various crimes. It starts off at an art show, and there is a piece of art that looks like a human head, and it turns out it is part of a human head. And it's this concept of found art where the artist just finds the art and claims it in their own. I'm not entirely sure if that means the artist can claim it as their own, but either way, we have this part of the head, and the artist said that they found it down by among this rubbish at a park. And of course, what you do when you find half a human head, you turn it into art, apparently. And then the investigation begins. And I will say they managed to get a lead quite quickly. I would have liked a little bit more suspense with that one to keep things going just a tiny bit slower. But we didn't get all of the answers straight away, so it's not too bad. And another body is found, and it turns out that this person, I won't say how it happened, maybe you can work it out, but chocolate is involved, and that's all I'll say. And as I said, it's the only time, to be honest, it's not what happened to this person that made me not want chocolate. It was another aspect, and I'll, maybe with a spoiler warning, I'll mention that specific aspect in a moment, but I thought that was a pretty fascinating part of the episode, and everything tied together really well. And I do think we got too much information too soon, certainly with the head that was part of the art exhibit. But that being said, I still had questions, and it's not like I had all of the answers straight away, but a little bit slower pacing would have been good. We do get some character development with Sara and the relationship with D.B. Russell. However, I can't comment too much on that because, as I said, I've only started watching this from season 12, so I can't really compare Sara in this episode to however many seasons she was in this before, but certainly just based on the last few episodes, we've had a couple of moments between her and Russell that are quite interesting. And Russell is, well, he's a very interesting character. He's eccentric, he's clever, but he has this very caring, nurturing side. And sometimes that's not always obvious, but it does always reveal itself, based on these three episodes, of course. So I'm really enjoying Ted Danson in this, as I had a pretty strong feeling I would. Bittersweet is a very good episode, and maybe so far out of season 12 it is the least suspenseful, and I think that's just because we got most of the information about the crimes themselves very early on, by which I mean the gory details were divulged pretty quickly. The mystery was more so about who did it rather than how it was done. But I still enjoyed it. Definitely had a lot of fun watching this. Very suspenseful when it needed to be. It's not that it's void of suspense, just compared to the other two. I felt like it was a little less suspenseful in a twisty way. I like it when things are really uncertain and then they throw us in different directions. This one was a little bit more linear than that, but again, still really good and one that I was very happy to watch. Now, with a spoiler warning, I will discuss the part that made me not want chocolate. So I will be explaining how this person died, kind of, basically, in the most vague sense that I can. And it's not the fact that this person had chocolate in his lungs. That was fine, I can deal with that. It's the fact that when they went to find this vat of chocolate and there was a hair in it, and from that point I just thought, no, this is too much. So lungs filled with chocolate, I can handle. But a hair in a vat of chocolate, I can't. And it wasn't a head hair, put it that way. So, no thank you. But I'm sure I'll very quickly get over that and have chocolate again. Either way, Bittersweet was an episode that I certainly enjoyed.